Their unlikely romance blossomed in a beautiful place, Manitoulin Island. Their cedar log home has barely changed from 77 years ago. Daniel Dodge died on his honeymoon playing with dynamite. Daniel was only 21 years old, but one of the perks of wealth was ownership of what the locals now call the Dodge Lodge. This is where he came to escape the pressures of home. Home was Meadowbrook Hall in Rochester. But Daniel craved simpler pleasures near the little town of Kagawang.
His love was here at the lodge.
Owned now by Bernie and Cindy Schwartzley.
A place away from all the people, a place away where he didn't have to have a certain image.
A place where he fell in love with a telephone operator from Gore Bay, Lorene McDonald. Rick Nelson is curator of the Old Mill Heritage Center.
The Dodge family wanted him to marry somebody within his own class, not a commoner.
About 15 potential family friends that called to be screened to see if they would qualify.
So what store did you go to today?
The only one that bubbled out to the top was my son. I didn't ask him. I think he just came right forward and said, "Okay, I'm ready. You know, I'll do it."
Lots of water.
I don't think she said anything for about 5 minutes. I think she was busy crying. She just is overjoyed.
Good to see you again.
Yeah.
What are we doing? We're taking out your left kidney, correct?
Yep.
Buddy, son.
I suppose you know him. Surgery's all done. Did you get it yet?
Yeah,
No, not yet.
No, mine's a couple hours from now.
I love you. I love you too.
I'll see you in a couple hours.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I'll see you in a little bit.
My son is giving me a quality of life that will allow me to finish my career. It'll allow me to retire. It'll allow me to see grandkids. It'll allow me to live the rest of my life. Love you, sweetie.
You too. I've grown up always realizing just how important it was, and so just the fact that she needed another one, and that I'm lucky enough to be the person who gets to give it to her. She'll always have a piece of me. I can't even express it.
Beautiful kidney. Actually took a picture for you.
That looks big.
Yeah, it's big. It's a big, awesome kidney. It's perfect. It's an awesome kidney. Really optimistic. It should work well a long time for his mom.
Now I'm getting anxious.
So it sounds like we're all set.
You can wave to Chris.
Yep. Love you, sweetheart. Hi, sir. I'm getting a kidney transplant.
It's everywhere. That's our enemy right there.
It's a weird name, Phragmites. Hard to spell, even harder to fight.
The fish are about gone.
Dan Pells used to enjoy looking at a large pond he created on his property. Now he gazes upon nothing but Phragmites.
It's so thick and so tall, you lose the beauty of the pond. I mean, it's gone.
He's tried to get rid of the invaders, which grow up to 15 feet tall.
I used a weed whacker with a saw blade on it.
You would cut it down, and then what would happen?
It would grow right back again.
Dan lives in Clay Township near Algonac. Experts say 14% of the township is covered in Phragmites. It's the worst infestation in the state. These invaders are like the botanical version of Asian carp. They move in, they take over, and leave almost no room for any other form of life. Ducks Unlimited, the group that restores duck habitat, says the weeds ruin prime nesting areas.
These stems just don't provide any structure for nesting habitat at all. Birds just can't get into it and hide and get shelter or areas where they need to rest and roost in this Phragmites.
They also obstruct drivers' views.